again. Hey, guys.
Just keep repeating until I say we're fine.
We're pretty sure we're live now, but Emily's checking.
Nothing's turned over. Oh,
Wait. One of these days we'll have something besides my phone. But I think it's amazing we can use my phone.
Okay.
I have dry mouth already.
We're good.
Okay. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. I'm so excited you're here with me today. I'm working on a landscape painting in progress. There will be a full video. What inspired me is I really like this painting I did about a year ago. And I wanted to paint another one. And then I thought, well, shoot, I should change it up a little bit. And then I've already changed it up quite a bit. Emily is here with me tonight.
Hello.
Before we scoot, Emily, I'm going to find I did find a reference photo. I don't know how helpful it'll be. I think it's on Unsplash. It's linked in this video's description. But it can help you with tree trunks. It's really packed. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then I did crop it a little bit. They're birch trees. I'm not even sure what kind of tree. These are just fun, fancy trees. I want colorful trees. Okay, Emily's going to scoot us in and we'll get started. I'll set the table. So I got to rotate.
I just imagine, I don't know why, and I shouldn't have thought about it. I was like, what if I just dropped the whole thing right now?
Well, then go for a ride. We usually take it for a ride.
Yeah.
There it is. And I assume, like, my iPad isn't in there.
Okay, I think. Yeah, I like. Okay,
Okay,
I'll
great.
scooch. I want to watch you paint, and then I'll scooch
Okay.
if I don't like something.
All right, so this is a 12-inch by 12-inch canvas, I believe from Creative Mark. I like the 1.5 inch thick because when I tighten them with water and a hairdryer, they don't bow. I've actually bowed some of the thinner framed canvases. So Creative Mark the edge. I got it on Amazon. I like that they put 12 by 12 on there. Oh, gallery wrapped and splined. I always say that. Almost always say that. My colors are primary colors. You guys won't be shocked. But since I'm going for a colorful painting, like I'm aiming in this direction, might as well use I call them my primaries. So titanium white, cad yellow medium hue. This is actually cad yellow and just the teeniest bit of Mars black. This is Mars black. Phthalo blue green shade. So then I mix some greens with cad yellow, white. This is phthalo blue green shade, some white and some black. I was going to paint my sky first, like I did in the other video. Oh, this is a video that's linked in the description. I think I said that, but in case I didn't. And then I thought, let's paint this differently and see if I like it. So I haven't painted my sky in. Quinacridone magenta. This is a blue purple, so it has more phthalo blue green shade than quinacridone magenta. I mixed it. And then Mars black. And then browns, I always mix some sort of an orange color and then add black to it. And then if I want it like a rusty brown, I add more quinacridone magenta. If I want a yellow or brown, I add more yellow. So I think that sets the table. I have been using this 3/4 inch flat brush from Royal and Langnickel for the whole painting so far. I've painted the sides a little bit. So what I'm thinking, so when I first put this on, I videoed the beginning. And then I was saying in the video that this really scared me because it did. It's a lot more color than I have in that other painting I did. But now that I've got, I put some yellow on for this tree. This tree's going to be orange. I'm going to have these guys be red. It feels better to me because this is brighter. And then I'm painting it kind of like a pastel artist would because I watch pastel artists. And they kind of just block in the shapes and colors and even the sky. Whereas a lot of times I'll put on a sweeping sky. And then in this video, I left some white behind the centers of where the trees go. Just so I didn't have to paint white to cover the blue. But this time I'm just gonna do it different and see what I think, see if I like it. So the trees, you can see that that's pretty much, I just stabbed it. Hopefully you can see. I just looked at the phone like I can see you guys. I just use it to make little marks, and then just tried to make them random. If that makes sense. I'm not sure I like this back here, but I didn't like this, and it's growing on me. Oh, and then I put tree trunks in just a purple color because I think instead of having white tree trunks like I have here, I have some black too. I think they're going to be dark tree trunks. But once I get the sky in, I might change my mind. We'll figure it out as we go, which is the fun of painting. You figure it out as you go. Okay, Emily, I think that was a really long... Oh, all my paints are Liquitex. I didn't show you all of them, but a lot of you guys know. Okay, Em, I am done.
Okay.
Breathe.
So let's see. So far in the chat, Chase came before live even started and already dropped his $9.99 with a little goat emoji.
That's so nice of him. If you're still here, Chase, thanks bunches.
We have Suzanne. Oh, there's Chase in the chat normally. Cindy, Deborah, Susie, and Claude.
And who?
Claude.
Oh, hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I heard Clive. I don't know
Clive.
Why. I don't know why.
Because we're live.
Because we're live.
And then your brain was thinking about that. Oh,
maybe.
Let's see, wait. And my computer is blocking yours and Lucinda.
Oh, hey, thank you for coming. So I will try to remember to repeat this again. There will be a full video. I'm just going to work on this for an hour or so in real time, because some people like the real time. Oh, I've got...
Oh, you got your squeakins.
Well, I don't think it'll... I've got 2 plates to make it a little stiffer, but it's squeaking bad. And it's been a while since I've done this setup. So hopefully...
Oh, you hear it?
Oh, do you hear it?
Yeah.
So I'll try not to let it squeak. So if I'm not showing something, just let Emily know in the chat. So I'm going to try and use this brush as much as possible. And I'm going to put some red on. See how that looks. I wrote the word love right here in chalk pastel, which you can't see. Actually, before I put the red on, I'm going to grab some white and just try to cover up those words, because the yellow is transparent. So it shows through. And this is going to be an orange tree, but I just want to cover... Okay. Just so I don't all of a sudden get the painting further along and go, I can still see the word love. So I'm just rinsing out my brush. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I'll switch between the chat and my reference painting. Oh, it won't load. Oh, you can see me clean out my brush. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get most of it on a paper towel. I have to get another paper towel. Get soaking it. Okay. So maybe I'll put down some orange after I made that red. Because I can always go darker. I just want to get some color down. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I brought my horizon line down compared to the last painting that I'm using as my inspiration. I like the simple landscapes. I don't know what the um's for. I like them. Of course, that kind of makes sense. I paint, even when I do a flower, sometimes like I did a pansy. It's basically just a portrait of one pansy. I kind of like simple. Yeah, I think we'll use some orange and some yellow and just get some color down and some brush strokes down and see what we think. I'm going to blindly paint on the side. Go back and fix it later. So I hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Or day, depending on where you are in the world. Emily, I didn't think it was as humid out. It's hot.
Yuck out.
Oh, is it? I was out for just a little bit. It was hot, but it didn't feel...
It's 91 too.
Humid to me. We always talk about the humidity, or I do. Nebraskans do. We're in Nebraska. See, I already, like, that's scaring me. This whole painting is scaring me. The beginning of a painting generally does. Because I'm like, is this going to turn out? Am I making good decisions? I don't know. I'm like, I can fix things, just keep going is literally what I say to myself. I want it colorful, so that part's fine. This is somewhat, oh, I don't know if, I don't think I linked it. Oh, yeah, it's somewhat similar to, I linked a yellow birch tree painting where I had the sky yellow. I've got a couple where I just use square brush strokes for the leaves. I just realized that's kind of what I'm doing here, which is a little different than what the painting I flashed in the beginning. But I think that might help me. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to help me or not. Now I want to break this up a little bit since I moved from one. This was a blob shape. Oh, how many people overthink their paintings? Just me? I overthink them. But if I just kind of chill out, this could be really relaxing too. Another thing that could have been good was just to maybe paint the whole background a yellow oxide. Could paint. I haven't done it. There's some artists that paint it red, always paint it red, which also gives their work a little bit more of a cohesive look because there's kind of that red underglow to everything. I don't usually run things up off the painting too, so I'm trying to both do something I liked. There's a lot of things I liked about that painting, and then push myself to do something a little bit different. And I don't paint that many landscapes. Are you thinking, Em, or are you just? Oh, okay.
I'm just chilling.
You're just chilling. Good. You need to chill. You've been working hard.
I'm watching you dab.
A little dabble, do you?
Yeah.
Was that Brill Cream? That's my parents' probably era. All right, let's go less. I need to put in the sky too. There really wouldn't be a light spot right there. I don't know why I keep doing that. There's to be a tree trunk. Well, maybe I suppose it could be lighter. It could eventually be lighter leaves. It is kind of fun, and you guys might like it when you just paint out of the tube color. You don't have to worry about mixing as much. But I think in all my videos, even when I use, like I don't have anything here because it's all at the gallery, but when I did the couple of roosters with the word rooster and I did a hen, I think I only used 3. I used the same 3 colors plus black and white on all those paintings. And that makes it easier too. Less to choose from.
Oh, your walls are extra naked.
They are. I haven't even put hangers on the 2 little paintings over there. I just put them up there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to sell a bunch because I don't want to bring them all home. I was thinking about going down, this is for Emily mostly. Mm-hmm. So the gallery's in downtown Omaha in the Old Market area, and it's not too far from where the College World Series is played.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about going down that Saturday and just sitting in the gallery and painting.
Good luck finding parking.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
And traffic.
I might drive down there and come back home. Well, there's the parking all around the stadium. I mean, we are 3-4 blocks south.
It'll still be
bad.
Swamped because people will be downtown waiting for their game to start, you know?
Oh, I feel bad whoever's working the gallery then. You could drop me off.
I could drop you off. That means I gotta pick you back up. So like, let's say...
Chase could pick me up. Is he still in the chat?
Yeah. I bet it'll take you like 45 minutes to get down there.
Oh, I never thought about that. Pardon me, guys. So I just kind of grabbed some yellow, grabbed some orange. I don't know how interesting this is to watch. I'll start working on the sky too here. It's just like a puzzle. I'm just putting the pieces on. Now you could paint the whole shape too. I've done a couple of paintings where I have the big birch tree trunks. As I said, I linked one of them in the video's description, and then I did this, but I haven't done it with this. So I don't know if I'm like, this is too much, this is work I don't need to be doing. I should just paint in the whole shape. Like a pastel artist would just scribble in the basic tree shape. I don't know why I started doing this, probably because I was talking. One thing it will do for me is kind of help me find.
I feel like you're finding your boundaries.
Yeah, I am.
And then you'll scribble over the top.
Probably. Although I would say to you guys, while I'm kind of criticizing myself, I would say to you guys, just go with what feels right. You'll get there either way. I'm laughing because paintings definitely don't come together until the end. I've got all the fans on. It should stay better in here, Em. Ooh, that was bright. I kind of need, oh, you know what? I'm thinking kind of backlit. Because I've got a shadow here, shadow there, some light streaking. So we could do almost like outer glow. That's a little too many steps ahead, but I do need to kind of decide where my light's coming from. If I stick Mr. Sun there, does that kind of work? It's kind of where he's coming from.
Oh.
Oh, that might not show.
No, he doesn't show. Yeah, he's behind the painting.
I kind of need to put him on top of Artie. Because it's going to be kind of coming, does that make sense? From behind. Yeah, this really bothers me. All this white. I have not done this before. That's good, because I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn stuff. Okay, let's not fill in every... Let's leave that corner blue. And then maybe... Okay. Okay. What I might do... So I don't have to wash out my brush so much. This should be, yeah, it's a 3/4 inch, but it's a slightly angled brush. From Royal and Langnickel, it's the Zen line. I don't know if this has a line. I don't see it. I think this came in a pack, like 4 or 5 brushes.
Oh.
Where this one I bought individually. Of course, I'm a little worried about it drying out too. Oh, maybe I'll just use that one. Use the same brush. I was going to say I could switch brushes so I don't have to clean as well.
Now, yeah, we can see your water getting dirty. Now,
yeah.
From this angle, we can see it.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll spend more time getting it on the paper towel, but during the live, I don't want you to wait for that. All right, let's see how this looks.
Wonder what color it's going to be by the time we're done.
Actually, yeah, oh, it's going to be bad because... I might start, I was going to start at the top, but maybe I'll start at the bottom. Because I'm a little worried it's going to be too close to this color. I don't know, that might be okay. I'm not sure how to do it, and I'm not sure I'm going to like this. Because you know, if you guys have been around, you know I do like the sweeping skies. Although I did, here I should show you, I put clouds into a painting today.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
And then I didn't like it for a long time. Hopefully that's, I've got my iPad open. But what's nice is the poppies help push the clouds back.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually put clouds in. I still not crazy about it. I'll probably like it better in a day or so when I'm not. Oh, it looks great on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
When I don't see all the little things that it didn't go quite like I imagined. Oh, I know it. We'll go up and down.
Ooh.
That might be kind of fun. Keep it simple. So I'm just grabbing, I probably need to put some more white. And if I go over my trees, it's not a big deal. You could call this blocking in. Oh, it's drying fast. Yeah, that might be okay. Oh, see if I've got such a, I can fix it. Fix it later. See if it still bugs me later. Okay, I'm starting to relax. I feel like Emily relaxed. She had a lot of news to tell me.
Yeah, I like that I like that sky color with the orange and the yellow.
Yeah, compliments. Kind of.
But it's also like friends with the distant trees, you know?
Well, that's one thing. If you use primaries, whatever three you like to use. I mean, you could use a red if you like that better. I just like the reds that the quinacridone makes.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the transparency. Your painting is like instantly unified with about, even if you put it in a zillion colors. All right, so I need to try and remember up and down. Oh, maybe like this, when I'm not having to go between the tree. And if I cover up my tree, I can just put some more back in. I'm saying this to me more than you guys, because I'm being careful.
Being gentle.
Yeah, I do that even when I'm not live streaming. I'm like, oh, I don't need to be doing that. Oh, that's darker. I'm going to wipe off my brush and grab some white. Oh, I grabbed a little yellow accidentally. Okay, that's not working. Just put out some more titanium. Ooh, that was probably
That was loud.
Sorry. Titanium white. That's getting thick. Grab some water.
We just need like a ketchup dispenser in like a restaurant of titanium white.
Oh yeah.
So you just pump it from the top and get a squirt out.
Yeah.
Maybe the yellow too. You go through the yellow a lot as well.
I bought my first jar of yellow. I'm so excited because so yellow isn't as heavily pigmented, so it takes a lot more yellow to mix pretty much any other color. Someone sent some money to support the channel. I'm like, I am buying a jar of yellow. So thank you. Thank you. Helps a lot. See, I'm going right, like I don't really need to go around each little square. I don't know if that's my personality. I don't know if that's normal or abnormal. Oh, I do recommend using a bigger palette. You have more room to mix.
Mm-hmm.
Give yourself some working room. Okay, now we're really going to have I'll have to pour that into a bucket or something. All right, let's try this. Maybe if I do this and then this, it'll work better. So I may cover up these sky holes But I kind of left some white in there anyway. And this might be too sketchy, too edgy, too much. I'm going to paint a little bit on the side that you can't see, but that way it'll, when I come back later and try to match it up, it'll work. I can blend it in. And I might end up loving these trees, you know, I don't know. But I have them darker. These could be darker too. It's one of those things where they're going to fade in the distance, but the upright trees are usually the darkest in a landscape or a building. I really should be working this direction, left or right. Oh, I just saw Gravy. Hi, Gravy. Hope you're having a good evening. Oh, thank you. I just saw that you did share a like. Thank you. It's so nice that you guys look out for me. So generally, I'm going to think darker at the top, lighter as you go down. Just like if you're standing out on your front porch. When you look up, the sky is bluer, and then when you look out across all the atmosphere, it's, especially today, or like with the Canadian fires, it's hazy. I think maybe with the Canadian fires on the East Coast, it's just kind of haze the whole way.
I haven't seen anything. Have they slowed down or they contained it at all?
I don't know. They're talking about it all like being horrible air quality in like the East Coast. But I don't know. They didn't talk about the fires. But I didn't have the news. I just had it on in the background for a little bit while I was eating a late lunch.
Yeah.
So I was going to go up and down. Now I'm just kind of dabbing in here, and I might cover it up. And it might be way too soon to be putting sky holes in there. And usually your sky holes are darker than what's actually around it. A little darker. I'm not too worried about it right now. And this might be way too many sky holes. But what'll happen too is if I put red over it, it'll be darker or cooler. It'll change, shift values. So that could help me. Could drive me nuts, or it might help me. Oh, I kind of like it darker up there. I think I'm going to use some more. Of course, it's going to be red, but
if any pokes through.
Maybe not that dark there. I'm probably going to lose some of my tree trunks.
I like your periwinkle tree trunks.
Yeah, it's pretty. They're getting some, depending on what they're next to, they get more purple.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And it'll look different on the video, on the stream, than it does in person. So, yep, I'm already getting ready for fall.
I was thinking, I thought earlier, I was like, I feel like we're in fall. But I didn't say it, I just thought it.
No, well, I don't know when I'm going to start Christmas. I don't know how many ornaments I'm going to paint this year.
Usually you do 4.
No, I mean like quantity-wise.
Oh, number-wise.
Oh, yeah, and it does get more interesting to think of new designs. Yeah, I totally lost my tree trunks there.
Yeah, what would be cute? It's almost July, so Christmas in July.
Well, yeah. I need to send art to my agent, too. I've got a list. All good problems to have. But I can't paint all the ornaments at the last minute or, you know. Plus, I have plenty. If I don't sell all the stuff I took down to my show, I have plenty of stuff for spring, summer.
Suzanne says our air quality was supposed to be the worst in the world today.
Oh.
I have asthma and couldn't go out today. It's pretty bad. Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, they were talking about people with asthma. On the news here, not here, but in the East Coast of the United States.
Yeah. I just remember because I didn't even think about it. Like,
so the fires are still going on. That it sounds like.
Yeah. When I think like when the fires were really bad in California and like hit all of Malibu or whatever, but like a rep for a company at my last job lived out there, and he was talking about how, I mean, he wasn't in like a mandatory evacuation thing, but his family had to evacuate because his son had such bad asthma he couldn't go outside. And I was like, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, and it could just trigger an asthma attack, and obviously that is incredibly scary. So be very safe and very careful, Suzanne. That's an order.
Because Emily made that
I know.
A couple paragraphs.
I did.
Well, she's my daughter, so you know.
I did put that over a couple paragraphs.
I do that too. I over chat. This could go faster. It would be faster if I just put in the background. But I wanted to paint this differently since I'm, well, and I thought this one was going to be more like the other one, but I've already varied quite a bit from it. But still, I learn more if I try different ways of doing things. And for me, it isn't about speed as much as having a good time. Well, and then this is good, you know, it's super relaxing because I'm just painting in shapes and color. So I could even kind of glaze that back, muddy it up already. Again, overthinking it. We need a t-shirt.
A t-shirt?
Overthinking.
Overthinking. That'd be cute.
Or overthinking it.
That'd be cute.
That might be cute. I wore my Hey Friends t-shirt to my show opening, and I had an Art Hugs.
I wore my Art Hug one.
You wore the one that says Art makes me happy
or
with a
whatever
smiley face.
Yeah.
You couldn't really see the Hey Friends because I had an Art Hugs apron on. Oh yeah, the video's up. I forgot the video's up. I don't need to. People can just see it. Emily saved me. She talks to everybody. She entertains them. She just helps me unload or whatever needs to be done. Something sells. I look up and think, oh, I should go rearrange that, and it's done. It's really nice. Really nice.
Chase said orange. I don't know why he said orange.
Orange?
I don't know what it's in reference to. Maybe the trees.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'm I don't know, 8 inches. My face is 8 inches from about the same as the foam from the canvas. Mm-hmm. But the foam's going to make it look further. And my eyes are starting to hurt because it's vibrating.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am playing with hinting at compliments. But I've got whatever I've got going on, I've got more than a complimentary going on because it's vibrating. I'm going to have a headache.
Suzanne says, I love how you're doing it now. Your colors are yummy.
Yeah, I like I used to worry. I mean, I do some muted paintings or softer paintings, but I really like the juice. I call it the juice. Overthinking it. I'm thinking that's the next t-shirt.
Overthinking. Is it thinking or thinking?
Well, I kind of like thinking.
You like thinking?
What do you like? We could let us know in the chat if they want.
Thinking.
No pressure.
It.
We have a merch. I wanted to reach 10,000 subs because that's when you could get a merch shelf because I just wanted to order t-shirts for myself.
I like the honesty.
Yeah, but they let us have it quite a bit earlier.
Yeah, they did.
They changed the rules.
It was fun, and then it was also kind of like...
It was a letdown.
It was, like a little bit, because I was like, oh, it's kind of like, it was something to root for, you know? Because I remember we were, like, I was looking every day, and I would be like, oh, another sub, when we were just trying to hit that 1,000.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the...
I kind of like that. I need to step back. Go ahead.
Every birthday, some have more milestones than others, like, 16, you get to drive.
Right.
But, like, after 21... It's kind of like that. Like, it's kind of like they pushed us to our 21st birthday immediately. It's kind of like... And then we're just in this openness of, oh, the only other milestone, and I guess, is, like, when you get to 30 and 40 and
Double
50.
nickels was a milestone for me.
True, I do like that one.
But, yeah, at 59, I'm like, I mean, I enjoy celebrating my birthday, but, you know. No excitement like being 16.
Chase said blue.
He's just saying colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I should paint green. He likes green. I kind of like, see, it is kind of like a pastel art, and I kind of like that. It's kind of, I don't know what adjective to use. Blotchy?
Blotchy.
So that sky, what's interesting too is this, oh, maybe not. I was thinking this is drying darker, but they're not that far off. It's just the surrounding. Oops, I forgot where I was going with that, and I put it both in two wrong spots. I want it there. Okay, I need to think lighter. That's what's so nice about painting. I mean, I stress out. Is this going to work? It's getting better because like this was screaming at me when I painted, and now I've got a lot of screaming up here. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, we're okay.
Just everywhere is screaming.
Everything's screaming right now. That might be too strong. I might have to mute this thing down. If I need to, as I said, there'll be a full video, but I could like glaze a color over the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And it'll soften it all up and push it all back a little bit. I did that on most of this turtle. I came back and glazed green. I didn't here, and I think you can see that. I glazed blue there, glazed some blue here, left it. So it kind of helps put him in the water a little bit more. And that, maybe not, maybe I just think it does. But I also like having the white hot spots. Okay.
Oh, Chase said green.
Green. He's trying to distract me. It's like trash talking the batter or something, you know.
What's the compliment of green, Chase?
Oh, yeah. He probably doesn't listen. I mean, I don't mean that like as a bad thing. He probably like games and stuff while he's hanging out with us. Think Christmas.
I am looking. I'm looking for like little ideas, and I'm like, oh, maybe you've done. And I'm like, nope.
No, I meant for the compliment of green.
Oh, well, that's cheating.
Oh,
you
cheated. He didn't.
Depends on the day, he says.
I shouldn't have corrected you because you wouldn't have known I was helping him. You might like a fatter brush. I've talked about this in a couple of videos. Oh, here, I need to fluff it. I've got it all nice and... But if you want to hold more paint, this one will hold more paint. And if you thin it out and squish it out, it'll make a nice point. I'm painting faster. I'm starting to warm up. I kind of like... See if it works. Kind of off in the distance there a little bit. Almost like mountain air, atmospheric perspective kind of stuff going on there. I have no idea what that side looks like over there. This is about as fast as I paint when I'm on my own.
Now that the color's kind of in more, I really like the ground.
The ground's way better. But it's so hard to know because color's relative. And it's going to keep changing as I change my mind. So I liked putting the tree trunks in to kind of plan. I originally had them all lined up, and then I pulled this one down, and I pulled that one down just a smidge, and then that one's actually tucked behind a something, green something, just to vary it a little bit. But I had them all lined up like soldiers. I don't know who said that, because a lot of artists say that. There must have been somebody famous who originally said it that way.
It was you.
No. I'm not that old. You're like, oh. Yeah, the white was bugging me. I'm not really used to that. Saves on paint, though. I didn't paint a whole color background. But as I mentioned, if you wanted to paint it yellow, your whole painting would be warmer. Even these trees would be warmer. Or you could glaze it, as I mentioned. I was trying to decide what would be best to do during the live because it would have the most real time for this full video.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm still learning. I'm getting better at painting. I'm still learning what's working for YouTube, what works for me. I don't know if you ever stop. I don't think you ever get there.
No, because it changes.
Oh,
if you're talking like YouTube, it changes,
well, and
you know?
painting too. I mean, like, like your taste, like maybe I get tired, like maybe I just do a whole landscape and really work on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been doing lots of pet portraits basically, even though it's a turtle portrait or a, you know, a cockatoo portrait or, because I like them. Maybe I won't do any, you know, well, and they sell. Selling is a big motivator for me. If it sells, I'm like, ooh, paint some more.
And another one, and another one.
Well, yeah. Keeps the supplies coming. All right, does that look? I'm going to look at the chat here. I have it darker over here. Is that a problem or is it fine? Maybe it's too soon. So I put a little white in.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I already changed it.
Oh.
That's the only bummer about the delay. It has a watercolor feel because it's so thin. Or not? Is that just because I'm on top of it?
It does kind of have a watercolor feel.
Yeah.
At least up top.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's vibrating. I'm just kind of muting down those a little bit. So I'm going to keep the brighter, I think, in there. I don't know if I need to do this.
You're going to hold them hostage right there.
Yeah.
You always talk about keeping people places.
Keeping them in the painting. The longer, like when we had the opening night reception, the longer someone looked at a painting, the happier I was. So I'm like, okay, it's doing its job.
It's doing its job, keeping you there.
And then they might even buy it too, you know.
Mm-hmm. You just dominate the world by
don't go look at
holding
anybody
people
else's
hostage
art.
and
Yeah.
a massive gallery, people staring at your art.
Yep. And see, I'm probably gonna want those brighter after I did that. I can come back and here, let's do this. This might be weird, but kind of shape it a little bit. Okay. Oh, I kind of have some. I thought I was done, but I've kind of got some places I missed. I want to get paint on everything. Probably because so like if you guys weren't here, I might do more up and down with the flat part of the brush and I could cover more area. But I'm off to the right, which I don't recommend you paint that way. Because I like that I have a T-square because I don't know what painting it was recently. Oh, it was the Queen Anne's lace. There was a lot of yellows and warm colors. I was going downhill, but not on purpose because it looked straight to me at an angle.
Oh.
But I figured it out. I got the T-square out and straightened out my grass. I don't know if
Or you could have just been painting downhill and left it that way.
I could have. It probably been fine because it was pretty up close. Oop, that really just filled in the hole. That's not working either. I'm looking for a lighter value. My brush is dirty. All right, that's not what I want. Let's just do this. Ah. Just leave it. I'm trying to put in some sky holes. I'm just having a little bit of trouble with control. All right. Are we pretty covered? The other thing that happens too is acrylic paint shrinks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I said that like it's a question. It shrinks. Here, a little water. Here we go. So sometimes you just have to come back and put a little more. I kind of like the almost streaky look I'm getting in places. Let's put some here. Of course, if it's everywhere, it's nowhere, so I should probably even stop as I do another one. And I might cover it up too. I don't know if I need to. Might be doing too much here. All right, I really want to step back, so I'm going to look at the live stream. Take a drink. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. My eyes shifted.
I really like the ground.
Oh, good. I kind of need to dry. I worked everywhere, and then I do things like that.
Yeah.
It's like, stop it. Yeah, that may not be, that could be done.
The ground is juicy.
That could be done. This scares me right here, especially when I look at the live stream. But it still might be okay by the time I get. And I don't like that I lined those two up. It does help not to talk. Or what, I mean, depends on who you are. For me, it helps not to talk. I don't think that changed it much. This might be too, I don't know. I worry about the whole thing. But what I will do too is come back and put in, here, let's go back to my other one. I love my iPad. Ooh, we'll get streaming and streaming.
Inception, streaming Inception.
I'll come back and put in, like, there's just little dots of purple, a little, just a dot of bright green. You know, I'll put in some darker whatevers and just more marks, just more fun marks. That might look weird that close. Maybe I should. I don't know. Is that better? So this will all get a little better too. And that's exactly what I tell myself is like, just keep going, keep building. Find the edges, find the same color pieces, find the shapes. This is really bothering me, but it might be okay. I might make this stronger. I think that's good to let you know what's bugging me. This is going to be the star of our show. Pardon me. So now I don't know what to do next, and it really doesn't matter, I think. Do we work on the star of our show? No, because it's orange. I think we work on reds. And so what I can do too is I can go back and do some reds, and then if I don't like it, I can come back with my blue too and just put what they call sky holes in. I don't know who came up with that term.
Like little Swiss cheese bits.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the red puddle I mixed. I don't know if I'm going to put bright red right there. Let's.
You scared?
Oh, I get scared because it's like, okay, this is working for the most part. There are things
Yeah.
I said I didn't like, but it is scary. It is. But if it was super easy, I don't think it'd be fun either. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or I paint like the little. Did I flash? I think I flashed that little Poppy and Daisy painting.
Yeah, you did.
Or I paint something like that just to chill out because I painted a lot like that. Yeah, see that red got darker because it's over the blue, which I like. And if I have too much texture, I can come in. Oh, do I have a big brush? I don't think I have a bigger brush. I could have Emily grab me a bigger brush and put in some bigger strokes.
You want a bigger brush?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you grab me? I think it's a.
Let's see.
1 inch. It's on the no. Okay, look at me. Second down on the cart. in the cup closest to you, facing you, there's a, is that a 1 inch? Oh, that's not that much bigger.
That's like a 1 inch. Yeah, it's a 1 inch.
Let's try it though. It'll hold more paint.
I heard you just say, look at me, and it was like,
oh.
It was very mom, the way you said, look at me.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, it's just because I'm not good at.
No, I know. It just was funny. I like reheard it in my head, but
I mommed you.
I didn't notice the momness when.
Sorry.
No.
It's a 1 inch from Blick Art Materials. It's a really inexpensive brush. But I think it'll hold more, and I think I'll get a bigger. I think I'll listen to that thought. Let's go bigger. I don't think I have a. I've got this one, but I don't like it. Because the handle's thick. Well, you're supposed to hold it back here. What is this one? Just says 3 flat, and there it says 16 flat. 16 flat. That might be a 2 inch. We could try it. All right, stop thinking brushes. This will be easier on my palette because I have such a little workspace. I'm also gonna, since I'm gonna go up in brush size, I'm gonna need more red. I'll put some yellow out. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if you guys could hear it. It's new and the paint isn't in the bottom. There we go. Oh, can tell I have fans running. I don't know if you could tell, but that was pretty. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of water to see if I can wake up my magenta a little bit. Okay, I'm going to set this down now that you know what I'm doing by getting pretty close to the same red. So a lot more yellow and not much magenta. And it doesn't have to be the same red. Actually, I'm going to make it a little redder, put a little more magenta in it. That's pretty close to my orange. Okay. So what I do is when I'm working on a painting, I have the paint out near the painting, near the painting. And like, I haven't worked on the truck for who knows how long. I've talked about in a couple of lives.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And I know my palette's dried,
Yeah.
but I know what paints I use. So even though I won't have the puddles I mixed anymore, I can mix a really close color to the sky. And then if it bugs me, I just put it in several places and it looks like I planned it. Does that make sense? So here, this isn't quite the same red, but it's totally gonna work. You had an OM?
I just realized that you didn't finish it in time for the show.
No, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to.
I didn't even think about it.
And then I painted a couple of little ones because I was behind on videos and work and, you know, everything else. So I painted a couple small ones because I can paint them faster and video them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's going quicker, bigger strokes. I said I'm gonna put red up there. I can mute it down with some blue.
Susan says, "Hi, love the color in this. The ground is fantastic."
Thanks.
Agree.
Thank you. Thank you for
Love
saying that because the ground scared me when I first put it in. Before I had all this other stuff, I'm like, it was really intense before. Now I've got intense vibrating sky and trees, especially with the orange and the aqua. It should calm down here with
Everything.
with the red. Well, it's still gonna be a juicy, bright painting.
Yeah.
So what I need to, here, let's go back to the live. I just love you guys coming to work with me. It's fun. I'm not alone. That sounded so sad. It's just fun to have company. I just saw, of course, I'm probably behind because the chat, oh no, I'm not. I just saw Chase's blue, green.
Yeah.
I don't think I would need a sky hole right there. I can always put it back in. So what I'm probably going to do is paint out too much of the orange and then want to come back and put some orange in. But I could put some orange and white in and come back with the orange to cover the red. Or you can try to build it up. If your paints are more opaque, you can just put the orange on top.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on how opaque. That's probably good. I'm going to grab a little quinacridone in the corner. The only problem is it's just that I want to keep my paint thinner for now. The color's fine. But I'm thinking I want it darker because this is going to be an orange tree. So cadmium yellow, medium hue, the hue means it doesn't have, I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't have any actual cadmium in it. Something you can paint with your fingers with no words.
Well, I don't know if they would like any of them. Do any of them have CAD and stuff anymore?
Oh yeah, I've got a tube here. It depends on how old it is. It depends on the brand. Well, I don't know if any of them do anymore. You're right, I don't know. But I think that's why they put the hue on there, so it could differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
Because hue just means color. Oh, that's kind of pretty. I wonder if I should leave that alone as I put one. I always do that. Okay, that makes me want to put, I kind of like this. It might be too much, too busy. Kind of makes me want to put that up here. All right, let's just get more red in. I can't believe an hour's gone by.
I know.
Are we having fun, guys?
Acrylic paints are water-based but still contain some toxic ingredients such as cobalt, magnesium, cadmium.
Is that gravy?
Chromium, and lead.
Yeah. Oh, you Googled.
Yeah, I Googled.
Yep.
Chromium. I like that. My brain read that as chromium.
I use the phthalo blues or ultra. I don't really use ultramarine. I have some.
Yeah.
I really don't use the cobalt. Not because I'm worried about the chemicals. I just don't. Once I found I like the phthalo. That'll probably change sometime. I haven't totally decided. I mean, I know Mr. Sun's over there coming from behind. I don't know if we need to worry about it so much. I don't know. I kind of trying to do bigger strokes, and yet I'm more comfortable with the little ones. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, but that's your MO.
Well, yeah. You know, go with, like when I painted the turtle, I was much slower with it. Sometimes you just are. Here, I need to think like a big shape. Think shapes. I'm thinking squares. If it's too, as I said, if it's too blotchy, it's fixable. I want to leave some orange. Oh, here, let's put some, I kind of like the other one had some darks. Like over here, I kind of liked that. My trees grow. I think that's pretty normal. I think a lot of people experience growing trees. They get bigger. I wonder if I should stop. Usually when I ask that question is when I should stop. I don't want, I mean, because I need to develop more of the painting. That really pushes these back more, I think. I think.
You think?
I don't know if I like this. That the trees on the left, well, they do go down and come up and go down again.
I like that they are up, down, up.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks for getting the brush. I don't know if I said that.
You're welcome. I don't know if you did either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I assume you did.
So you could always, I think that seems still wet. You just want like a subtle change because it's transparent. So that's glazing or layers. Could play with that some too. Okay, I like it better on the live stream than I do on top of it, which is good. All right, let's work on this guy. Gal, I'm gonna need a title. Have I named one burst of fall? Burst of color?
I don't think so. I don't recognize burst.
I write down everyone, like I did recently on Facebook. I asked for title ideas, and then I write down everybody's idea, even if because I only used one. Oh, I'm calling the turtle Finn, if you're follow me on Facebook. I never even thought about Crush from Finding Nemo. I thought that was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Never occurred to me. Okay, I'm going to sneak up on my orange. So a little yellow, a little orange in my brush.
Well, Finn's also from Finding Nemo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. The little guy. I'm pretty sure. No, that's Squirt.
Yeah, people came up with Squirt too, which is really cute.
Okay, maybe there is no Finn.
I don't know. There probably is. Squish, which is, I think of Gramps' water
Squish.
sprayer thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think of that either. People came up with some really great, there were some real thoughtful ones like Serenity and lots of great, they were all great titles. I wrote them all down.
Susan asks, are you using a reference pick or just imagination?
Oh, so I painted this about a year ago, and I wanted to paint it again because it was so fun. I really liked the colors. I liked how bright it was. I liked the white tree trunks. That was the first time I had done that. But then as I started painting this, I'm like, ooh, make it different. Because I could paint the same painting again, but I want something a little different, both to challenge me and for the videos. So hang on a second. I don't multitask very well. So then I did this with the land, which made me nervous, but now I like it. And it looked really stark when I had all this white. So I'm using last year's video, and then I put a reference photo link in the video's description, but I don't know how much help it'll be. It's I think they're birch trees or aspen trees. They're yellow with white trunks. You can Google like on Unsplash or Pixabay tree reference photos too. But yeah, so short answer, I'm just like my daughter. About a year ago, video painting. And I'm also thinking fall, even though it's June here. If I get a start on it, I might sell more fall paintings.
Chase says red.
Chase?
Did I hear thunder?
Maybe. I heard something.
Thought I heard thunder.
Sometimes we hear things like from the busy street.
True. Lucinda says, I just covered my mic. I literally put my whole hand over it. Lucinda says, could be named First Fall for the first painting. Well, my little mouse is over it.
Oh, there you
go. For the first painting in the first fall of leaves. Yeah, because the trees are still hanging onto their leaves. So.
Yeah. I was thinking about, here, I'll put one, drop in a few. But yeah, that's a great one. Thank you. Write that down for me, Em.
Okay.
Well, and you know, titles help sell a painting, and that's a nice title that everyone's gonna like. Sometimes I go a little funny, and I wonder if I lose them. You know, they don't get my humor. That's not doing anything. I'm not liking that. All right. I really don't like that sky hole. I'm going to put a little white. Not that dry.
Susan says, wow, I like the one tonight better. Color explosion.
So far, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how the other one shows up on my iPad on the stream. Yeah, right now this is really bothering me. It's hurting my eyes. I kind of want to work on this more, but it's wet. All right, I'm going to go look at my previous painting. Let's shape. So I'm going to take some quinacridone. A little water, it's drying. Of course, water makes it dry faster too. Medium works a little bit better, but both will make it more transparent. I tend to just be quick with the water because I have it handy. Let's see if we can kind of shape. Okay, so let's, oh, maybe I want it a little darker than that. That's also quite bright. We could take a little brown, little quinacridone, little red. It's going to scare me. It's dark. Sometimes I get this wrong and I have to redo it and redo it. I'm trying to decide. You can tell I'm right-handed at an angle. So let's go up here. I'm just kind of wiggling and squiggling just so I'm not making so many squares. Hopefully that wasn't too loud, you guys. Am I explaining enough? What I'm thinking too much?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm also asking chat.
Oh.
But thanks, Em. I need to step back. Oh, here, let's go back to the stream. Oh, that's helping, I think. So I might have lined it all up. Let's make it big. That'll calm it down some too. You can do purple instead of brown. I need to have some strokes going this way. The air came on. All right, so let me bring it down here. That's the only thing I don't like about the live stream is I really need to step back. I need to get used to looking at the stream.
Mm-hmm.
There's everything to like about live streaming. I think I need to leave that alone. So one thing that is helpful is I'm not liking a lot of this. I mean, I don't hate it. And it's so funny because how much I do like this now. I just need to kind of keep working it. Maybe even come in and put some darks down here. And just feeling it out, which is probably not helpful. But you guys do that. If you're a new painter, you still do that. Also, some new painters just quit too soon because you get frustrated because it looks like a hot mess. It's hard. You like the hot mess?
Oh no, Chase said plutonium silver.
Oh, now chemicals?
I guess. Or a sassy color.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I need to mix some more orange so I can get my brush in there a little better. So I'm kind of trying to shape the tree a little bit. And then unshape it so it's not too regular. I'm going to mix up some more orange. Gosh, we only have 18 minutes left.
Susan says maybe a filbert would make strokes rounder.
Oh, sure. Sure. Totally could do that. I used to use a filbert on the poppy painting. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't multitask very well. I'm just trying to use one brush.
Mm-hmm.
Use as many brushes, whatever kind you want. I don't know what I used on the other one. I'd have to go watch the video. I'm also trying to paint this one differently than I did the other one. I probably used a square brush on the other one. I wonder if I just want some more. Yeah, like I'll paint daisies with a square brush because I like it, but a lot of painters will use a filbert. I kind of like that I get corners so I can put like a little leaf.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it with a filbert too. I just, you get used to stuff. Nothing's really happening here. I think I just need to leave it alone again. The shape's bugging me. Oh, it's not so bad. I just looked at the stream. Oh, and my nose and my glasses come in once in a while.
Just every once in a while.
Hey, guys.
But I like the angle.
Oh, yeah, I do too. It's square.
Yeah.
Pretty close. See, now this I liked, but now it's too busy to me. And then I'll come back and want it busier. I'll change my mind tomorrow. I love that about acrylics. Keep changing my mind. I might still be too busy. A little brown. Oh, I need to turn the fans. I mean, don't, but the fans are really drying my paints out.
We can.
No, we're gonna quit here pretty soon.
Okay.
And then I will download the live and time lapse it in the full video. And then I'll link to the live too in case some people want to go and, people come later, didn't know I did this, and they want to watch it in real time. Okay, let's. Okay, I'm not going to do what I was thinking of doing there. I'm going to put some white and some yellow. Maybe like. It's not really showing. Maybe I just need sky holes too. I'm not sure what. It probably just needs more attention. It's not like I'm going to finish this today anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of got glow in that one. I'm not getting any more white here. Let's just go straight up white. Oh, there, I kind of like that. And cross over that tree. I lost my pear shape, but that's okay. My trees grow. Okay, if it's everywhere, it's nowhere, so let's stop. Oh, I think that's going to be better eventually. I don't know if that's any different to you guys, but that kind of tells me where I'm going to head a little bit. Come back and glaze some yellow or light yellow over it. I'm going to want those to pop. Ooh, we could put like a, I was going to work on this a little bit, but while I'm thinking of it, this will remind me, I'm just going to grab a little white. Let's put like a little, I'll probably make it yellow, but like a little leaf on the ground. So all I'm thinking is don't line them up. So probably 3s. On there. Okay, that'll remind me. Alrighty, so let's look. Oh, it doesn't look so bad. Was that Thunder M?
Yeah.
I hopefully will get some rain. There's a possibility.
I know, yeah.
So I'm gonna push, or maybe I'll work on could work on my branches a little more, but I think, or my trunks.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I'll push some darks in.
Vivian says, first time here, do you have a Patreon?
Oh, no. I have traceables on my website, if that is what you're looking for, annietroe.com. This does not have a traceable. How many do I have?
A lot.
Well, the traceable playlist would give us an idea.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Okay, you got brains.
Well, I'm gonna have you do a traceable ad on Tuesday on Facebook in a couple weeks or so, in a week or so.
Got knowledge.
So I just went down that road not too long ago. People, and then on my website, if people can download for free, or they can send money to support the channel through PayPal or Venmo.
Let's see here. Easy traceables.
If that doesn't answer your question, let us know, and I think I'm gonna grab this dark purple, which is my tree color.
122 videos.
122 traceables then. Well, maybe not quite, because I painted a chicken 3 times. The one chicken traceable, I did it 3 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of traceables.
Over 110 traceables. Oh, I think the Art Sherpa has thousands.
Oh, wow. Holy buckets.
She's been on YouTube a long time.
Holy buckets.
Okay, so this scares me because it's a new thing. Everything scares me. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm looking at my previous painting. And then you guys will see me do this in a video. That means I'm thinking. Let's just go for it. Oh, you know what'll help? It might be a little too soon. Well, let's get some darks in here.
Vivian says, thank you. That does answer my question. Smiley face.
Oh, good. Good, good. I don't know. At this point, I don't have any plans to do Patreon. I don't have time.
Well, we would probably also keep it all in the same...
Just keep it on YouTube?
Unit. Yeah, keep it on YouTube. Do
yeah,
membership.
Don't make you go somewhere else. I kind of want to put some here, but that's further back. So I'm going to grab a little bit of my sky color. A little purple. I do that, but it lightens it up. Oh, that might be okay. I feel like it's a little too soon. Maybe we need to do the tree trunks because I'm resisting this. Oh, shoot, we have 10 minutes. This might be a good stopping point, too. I don't know that I'm going to have white tree trunks because my sky is quite light. Well, if I painted masses, like this has more lines, I could do more of that. And then I could maybe have some white. Oh, can you see that? I can't. Oh, here, I can't tell. Oh, yeah, I think you can. Oh, no. There we go. I'm waiting for it to catch up down here. Yeah, there's more. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Do this. If I paint more darks and stuff, I could maybe paint lighter trunks. But I don't know that that's my only goal. I'm going to work up to that. Because I do like this lighter sky. It's pretty. And I, excuse me, guys. Dry. I do like the up and down, too. Kind of mimics the trees a little bit. So all right, let's work on the, should we stick with purple for the tree trunks for now? Is that too crazy?
I like the purpley, bluey.
That got bigger than I wanted because I'm not straight on. My head's probably in the way. Here, let's do this. So my dark side's going to be there. So little horizontal strokes. Just kind of set it down, and I was going to anchor my finger on the canvas, but that red's still kind of damp. I felt it. Okay, let's do that. I think that might help us a little bit. That one probably wouldn't be as dark. I'm going to leave it off in the distance. Let's do this one. And really, you don't want to do it. See, like I have a dark there, skip. Does that make sense? So dark there, dark there. I started painting instead of talking, and then dark down here. And then we could go switch our color and go straight up phthalo blue, which people don't really see, but they kind of feel it in the painting. And it's more interesting if you do that. And we need to stop just so I can spray my paints and put it in the baggie and hopefully wake them up. That's better. I'm getting a lighter touch. I like that better. I'm going to pull that one over. And then I'm not going to put it down there because it's so dark. But maybe just kind of come in a little bit. That's too dark. I'm going to grab some white, lighten up my purpley gray color. That might need more than just one line. It might not. That's not doing anything. Go back to the dark. So it takes me, this painting will take me probably 10 hours because I do this stuff, but I enjoy it. And I don't rush through it. Trying to vary. We could put one up there or not. Do I want one up there? I'm like kind of putting it in my mind. I can always paint it out. Now I kind of want red right there. All right, I'm going to lighten this up just a little bit with a little white. And then come back like with a brown and warm them up a little bit or something. I love the glazing. That might be a little too dark. So, I mean, these could be on the same level, and they are. And it may not do it, but I'm going to lighten it up. Like this one's lighter, so it pushes it back. So even though I did all that work, because I was just doing the thing, not thinking about light and dark and values, which happens. Happens if I'm listening to I'm still not getting it lighter. If I'm listening to a podcast, I'll do that too. And then I might not like it, and I'll come back and darken this. It's all right. Change your mind a lot. The layers will help you in the long run.
Susie says it's all pulling together beautifully.
It's starting to come together. I'm starting to like it better. Mm-hmm. It still needs work. Well, in my opinion, you guys could call this done. You know, you don't have to paint like I paint. I don't recommend you paint like I paint. It might drive you crazy. Well, see, that's kind of nice. I got a little bit of a light tree trunk. Can you see that? I'm just going to guess it. That being in frame. To me, that's where it starts to get fun, where I start getting more, I got basic things and I start messing with the values and the details. But that's the basic painting. I think I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to go to the chat and see if anybody has any questions or comments. Oh, I talk with my hands. Oh, that's funny. So what I do is spray it with water. I'm going to spray this a lot. And I really like these. I complain about not having much space for all those colors. Sometimes, I haven't done it lately, but sometimes I'll have 3 of these for one painting. So I have a lot more room to work. I'm looking for my bag. Oh, here it is. So I spray it. It's kind of like a terrarium, and then I stick it in a gallon baggie. And sometimes it works, or sometimes I have to put out fresh paint. But I want to stop and let my paint hopefully moisten up overnight. I'm reading the chat comments. Hopefully I'm up to speed. Oh, it does. I'm looking at it. This is nice and strong and really leads you in.
Yes.
And I was really scared about this because it's kind of a hill. And I didn't think it was going to work, but I think that works. And see, I could come back and put in just a couple of, grass hairs. You can kind of tell and then just call it good. That might work just fine. And so all I did was, it was this brush, and you'll see it in the full video. It's this motion. And I don't know how many coats, a couple of coats. And then this changed a little bit just because I was trying to get paint on it and get good coverage.
Susie says, love the hill.
Yeah, it works. You kind of come up and go down, like you're going to go over. Yeah, I didn't really plan that. And that's truly a Bob Ross happy accident. And I'm actually liking this right here. Hopefully I don't lose it. It's just kind of a little leaves off in the distance. I think that's going to work too. They're white right now, but I think I'll paint them light yellow. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. We just love it.
I realize that you need me, probably.
Well, I don't. Oh, yeah, you got to shut it off.
Yeah, because I was like...
Well, I could do it.
Oh, true, you could have tapped.
I could do it. I'm going to see if Artie will sit up here.
Oh, he might. He might.
He will. Emily made Artie. Yeah, this brush, I always, I was going to say goodbye, was this brush. And then I wore it down. Can you guys see that?
That's a vigorous painting.
Well, the nub's kind of fun to paint with, too. Makes good dots. Okay, guys, thank you for your support. It means the world to us. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.